What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Platinum Edition figures. So I have 3 figures here today to look at. First being Sportsmaster. Looks pretty cool there. I like this design. It looks like his more modern design. Comes with some sports weapons as usual for him. Then we have Manhunters, so part of like the Green Lantern universe stuff. Getting the Manhunters look nice in their robotic forms. And finally we have like the new 52 version of Reverse Flash. So looks pretty cool with this black and red design. I think that looks awesome. So I'm excited to check these 3 figures out, so let me get them open out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. Well, let's start off with Sportsmaster, whose real name is Lawrence Kroc. He was a competitive sportsman that excelled in any sport and would go to great lengths to win, but when he deliberately injured his opponent in a football game, he was banned from all sports at the professional level. This would cause him to turn to a life of crime. So, of course, he's an excellent athlete that likes to commit sports-themed crimes and use sports equipment as weapons. So he looks cool here, at least pretty decently. I like this design, especially like the face mask. It reminds me of like Jason Voorhees, especially like later ones like Jason X, but he does have like the hockey mask there on his face with the all white mask, but you can see his eyes in there. Then he's got the blonde hair sort of slicked back with that mask over it. Then he has this black outfit on mostly, so like a black shirt and black pants, but he has the guard on his chest, so I assume it's supposed to be a sports guard of some sort, but I don't recognize this as anything specifically, but covering on the front and back with a little bit of purple color to it. Nothing really stands out too much. Then he has a guard on his left arm there, so again, probably another sports thing, with some gloves on his hands, belt around the waist with all sorts of pockets, and those black pants come down his legs with a little bit of details on there, like little designs on the front. Some knee pads that match his chest plate, like a little bit purple color, and then he's got these guards on the front of his legs as well, so he's got the boots and then guards up the legs, so got a lot of protection on there for fighting against heroes, but of course he doesn't really have any superpower specifically himself. But we'll do his movements, so his head will twist all the way around. He can look down that far and up that far, so not the best movements, but not bad. The shoulders come up to 90 with like a butterfly and rotate around. He's got a bicep twist just under the sleeve there, and the double elbow joint that bends up that far at least, so pretty much all the way up on itself, with the wrist that'll twist all the way around and hinge, so it's on wherever the ball joint is, so it feels like up and down there. Then we can go to ab crunch, so we get the upper ab crunch back and forth and twist around, and then down at the waist he should be able to crunch back and forth and twist all the way around. Then the hips will come up that far, I can't get them any further than that, and out to the side. Has a bit of a thigh twist here, so it'll twist all the way around. Then we get the double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back, kicking himself in the butt. Then the foot will flex back and forth, so right in there, flex back and forth, twist around, and then get the toe joint on the end. So pretty decent movements, pretty standard for the McFarlane, so nothing really out of the ordinary on him. But as I said, he tends to use sporting equipment, so we get 2 different weapons. So first we get a hockey stick, so pretty common, especially see with like Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles and stuff. So we get a hockey stick as well as a baseball bat. So let's put these in his hands. Well, I should say hand because he has a grip hand and a fist hand, so we can't put both into his hands. But there, I just got him posed up with the baseball bat. Looks pretty good there. He, of course, comes with the stand we can put him on. And we get his card, so there's a picture of him. Looks pretty good there. And then on the back, we of course said his name is Lawrence Kroc. And it says Lawrence Kroc could turn his hand to any sport, but his obsession with winning saw him cripple a football player, ending his professional career. Instead, he turned to crime, attempting to rob a polo match before adopting a costume identity known as Sportsmaster. Kroc joined the Injustice Society and struck up fruitful partnership, criminal and romantic, with Huntress, originally Tigress. And of course, I assume we'll eventually go into a figure like that, hopefully sometime soon. But overall, pretty nice for Sportsmaster. Not like a character I was dying to have, but I think he looks pretty good and a nice addition to the shelf and a nice villain for like a young Justice to fight against or something. So looks good overall for Sportsmaster. And next up we have the Manhunters, which are interstellar police force created by the Guardians of the Universe to combat evil throughout the cosmos, and they were modeled off the Manhunters, or like Martian Manhunter, so you can see that sort of with his outfit design. However, they became obsessed with hunting criminals rather than justice and conspired to rebel against their masters, so the Guardians defeated most of them and began using the Green Lantern Corps as their replacement. But the surviving Manhunters hid on faraway planets and and rebuilt their forces to get revenge on the Guardians. And of course, these are just robotic technology with rockets for flight and built-in weapons in their arms. And overall look pretty decent, so nice design here with the red and blue. At least I assume it's blue, like around his neck especially, it kind of has more of a purple look, but the like on his chest, it definitely looks blue. So like I said, kind of like the Manhunter, like Martian Manhunter, with like how they have the straps on their chests and stuff. I don't really see it too much in them, but I get with like that, like I said, that strap design is where I get mostly from the Manhunters. But looks good face-wise, robotic face there with this metallic light blue color. Looks like orangish yellow eyes. Maybe it's hard to tell what color they are, but with the red everywhere else. So nice armored red suit with some blue on the feet. So all the way from the shins down, and then from the forearms down is all blue as well, with some belt designs there and blue as well. But like I said, red everywhere else for them. So looks pretty decent for the Manhunters. But moon-wise, we get that that'll twist all the way around, can look down that far and then up that far, so not a whole lot of range, but not bad. The shoulders come up to 90 with the butterfly and rotate around. You get a bicep twist and the double elbow joint that bends that far, which isn't bad. Get the wrist that'll twist all the way around, and again on the ball joint, so there it can flex back and forth. Then we get the ab crunch, so we get the up ab crunch and twist, and then down at the waist crunch and twist. Then we go down to the hips that come up to 90, out to the side can do the splits, a little bit of a thigh twist in there, then the double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back, not bad but not great, and then we get the foot that'll flex back and forth, twist side to side, and has the toe joint on the end. A little bit of stiffness in there, but overall works out pretty decently. Now, accessory-wise, we do get an additional faceplate that we can switch out. So we get this more like damaged faceplate, which looks cool. So we can pop this faceplate out. So the other faceplate pulls out, and then we can pop this one in, and there he's got more of now a damaged face, so you can sort of build different ones up, have damaged ones, complete ones, whatever you want, if you could army build these, if you could find them. And then we also get some effects for the feet, so for like blasting off and stuff, so we get these little effects we can plug in. So there we get the little rocket effects, so they can be flying around now, so we can have him, of course they won't be able to get him really to look up too well, but we could have them flying around now and stuff. So it's cool with those rocket effects. Of course, if you have those on, you'd always have to have them in a flight stand or something to keep them up off the ground, but it is cool at least that he does come with those effects, but we'll have to take them out for now. And then of course comes with the plate, and finally the cards. So there's a bunch of Manhunters there from Green Lantern Corps Adversary, so it looks good picture wise. Of course not the same, I do like the picture a little bit more just with how like smooth and everything is compared to this all robotic chunky body, but with that. But on the back, of course, no real name for the robots, but it says the Manhunters were constructed by the Guardians of Oa billions of years ago as their first attempt to police the universe. When the robots' programming was corrupted by a renegade Owen Krona, the units developed emotions, especially pride and arrogance, and mutinied. After they eradicated life in Sector 666, most of the Manhunters were scrapped, but many escaped and went into hiding. So there's a little bit more detail for what I said, but just the figure itself looks cool, nice design for it and everything. Like I said, now it'd just be cool to army build them, but hard to get, so not easy to do that, but looks good overall. And finally, we have the new 52 Reverse Flash, who's Daniel West. Now, he was the brother of Iris West and father of Wallace West, but he was abused by his alcoholic father, and one day Daniel pushed his dad down the stairs. He would then run away from home and fall in with the wrong crowd to become a small-time thug, but was caught by the Flash and went to prison. But after prison, he crashed into a monorail car that was powered by a Speed Force battery, which caused him to be imbued with the ability to turn back time, but he needs the Speed Force to do it. So he would begin murdering those who came into contact with the Speed Force and drain them of their energy. So of course for him, the Speed Force gives him superhuman speed, strength, agility, reflexes, and durability, as well as electrical energy manipulation, molecular acceleration, and time travel. So he looks pretty cool, of course introduced in the new 52, and looks nice with this design. I always think it looks like he's got like a tar-like design to him, or like a symbiote, like especially here on his head. I don't know if that's supposed to be his hair or what's going on with it exactly, but just this whole design with his face always looks weird. Of course has the yellow lightning bolt sticking off the side of his head and nice yellow eyes there. Just looks mean and evil with that face. And then we get his body, of course, reuse of the past Flash characters we've had like this. So exact same body, just repainted with the black and red design. So we get like the Flash design with the red, but then it's like being ripped away or torn away into the black. And then they get all this cool designs going down his legs and arms. Just looks pretty cool. Of course has like claw-like fingers there, and then just normal feet there in black. So nothing really crazy outfit wise, just reuse of the Flash, just painted all cool with the red and black design, giving him this cool look. But moon-wise, we get that'll twist all the way around. You can look down that far and up that far, so not bad for the movements. Shoulders can come up to 90 with the butterfly and rotate around. Get a bicep twist and the double elbow joint. That'll bend up that far, which isn't bad. Wrist will twist around and hinge back and forth. Then we get the ab crunch back and forth and twist around. And then at the waist, crunch and twist around. Then we get the hips that'll come up to 90 there and out to the side that far. Not all the way to the splits yet, but then we get a little bit of a thigh twist in there. The double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back, and the foot will flex back and forth and twist side to side with the toe joint on the end. So again, same movements, and like I said, we've had this body specifically multiple times before, so nothing out of the ordinary for it. But for accessories, we get the normal effects we get with flashlight characters. So we get these lightning bolts that we can plug into the holes on his body, so he has them on his forearms and down on his legs as well. So we get these will plug in. So there he's got those lightning bolts coming off of his body now, which is pretty cool, and kind of just get him sort of posed up there. We do also get the foot peg one, so we can have him like running. And finally, the one that goes onto his back, so this big lightning bolt. So is that hanging off of his back there now as well. So all that lighting, of course, usually I don't like them. I don't mind the ones like these that go on the arms and stuff, because I kind of like those sort of designs, so that's pretty nice, but I don't like the ones like on his back. The foot one's okay, just depending on how it works and everything. But of course, we do also get the stand that we can put him on, which help keep the standing. So there at least has the effects on him, and trying to keep him in a running position, not really working out the best though, it seems like. But of course, to go along with Reverse Flash here, we have Flash himself. So there we can have Flash. So there we can have our Barry Allen Flash running with him, as well as our other Reverse Flash or Professor Zoom, whatever you call him, this other evil version of Flash, kind of go there together with them as well. Of course, all in that same body design and everything. And I almost forgot his card. So there's a nice picture fan again from the new 52 Flash comics. Looks cool there. And on the back we have his real name of Daniel West, and it says, like the Flash, Daniel West gained his amazing powers of speed following an accident. However, unlike his nemesis, West became the Reverse Flash, using his powers of his own selfish needs. The speedster cared little for those who had to die to help him accomplish his ultimate goal, to use the Speed's force to alter his own past. So there's, like I said, a little bit of explanation on that. So overall, a cool figure. Like the design, like I said, with the red and black, looks really cool. Love the yellow, the highlights on it with his eyes, lightning bolts on his head and on his chest there. Just looks really cool with the color design and overall look. Well, that's it for the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Platinum Edition figures of Sportsmasters, Manhunter, and Reverse Flash. All three are pretty cool, nice addition to the collections, all new figures. I really like Sportsmaster, just this design, as well as the Manhunter, so those are nice additions, and then another Speedster with this Reverse Flash added to the collection now as well. So let me know what you thought of these three down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with that like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.